Good morning, Ron, and good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, August 19th. Here's what's happening. There were a slew of primary elections last night in Florida. NBC News projects Ryan Elijah will win Florida's 7th Congressional District Republican primary. Elijah defeated embattled incumbent Congressman Corey Mills, who is backed by President Trump. NBC News also projects that Byron Donalds will win the Florida primary for governor. He was endorsed by President Trump. NBC News also projects Jared Moskowitz will win the Democratic primary for Florida's 25th Congressional District. He defeated Democratic Socialist candidate Oliver Larkin. President Trump says there are no talks with Iran taking place as the Strait of Hormuz stalemate continues. In a Truth Social post yesterday morning, Trump said the U.S. naval blockade in the strait remains in full force and effect. He added that the strait is open and operating. In a separate post, Trump posted a map with the strait circled with the banner New U.S. Territory. This all comes as the memorandum of understanding between the U.S. and Iran to pause the fighting expired Monday. The Justice Department is indicting 17 Iranians accused of orchestrating a cyber piracy campaign backed by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard. The DOJ says the hackers targeted U.S. universities and companies, including HBO, in a years-long campaign. 9 of the 17 suspects were previously charged for illegally accessing computer systems at 144 U.S.-based universities. A Central Texas Catholic priest has been excommunicated. The removal of John Foster, who served at the Mission of Divine Mercy, was announced this week by the diocese.
This action was forced by his position that our Holy Father Leo XIV and his predecessor, Pope Francis, are not true popes.
Archbishop Gustavo Garcia Sierra says Foster referred to the 2 recent popes as usurpers. A number of high-profile sedevacantists have been excommunicated in recent years by local dioceses and the Vatican. The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops has filed an amicus brief with the Supreme Court, urging the justices to require 12-person juries in criminal trials. The brief is part of the Keon v. Florida case, which the Supreme Court will hear next June. Keon was found guilty by a 6-person jury. Florida only requires 12-person juries in capital cases. The USCCB argued that a jury has historically been recognized in the United States as 12 people, dating back to colonists in North America. A 1970 Supreme Court case, Williams v. Florida, found that the Sixth Amendment does not require 12 jurors in court cases. And day one in Meta's landmark federal trial in California has ended. Colorado, Kentucky, New Jersey, and California are seeking $1.4 trillion in damages, alleging the company engineered Facebook and Instagram to make it more addictive to children. I'm Matthew Hanley and Ron Finn. That is the news this morning.